Oh, hello.
Welcome back to tonight's episode because this is take 2.
And that's fine.
Totally fine.
Listen, we don't make, I'm sure this is going to be a complete shock, but we don't really make a list or a script or anything.
I have a list.
I mean, we
It's
have
got
like
5 words on it.
Yeah, okay, that's my point. We have like a
Enough
general
my point.
idea of what we're going to talk about, but sometimes it turns into word vomit.
Yes. Or as said before, sex ed salad. So
I mean, it was good information.
Yeah.
It was a bit clinical.
Clinical? I thought it was the opposite of clinical.
I mean,
I was a clinician.
Educational.
Okay.
Borderline clinical. It was
okay.
It was stuff I could see them passing out in a pamphlet.
I'm just trying to bring the people the stats.
I'm not shit talking. I'm just saying. It was good. It was pamphlet worthy information.
I have added.
Honestly, alarmed. All right. So that being said, I think we're gonna save those sex ed tips for. I don't know.
Wait. So we're not gonna do that tonight?
Guys, I swear to God, if you only listen and you don't watch, you're missing 2/3 of the podcast. Because
facial expression.
Really, all I do is look at Holly like, what the fuck?
Are you fucking kidding me?
I also have truly realized how insane I look at you when you're talking, and I promise it's not that I think you're nuts. I mean, sometimes it's because I'm thinking you're nuts, but it's because I don't know what you're about to say. So my mind is going through all of the millions of things that you could be saying or going to say.
Usually inappropriate. One time out of 100, it's probably not inappropriate. So, can't help.
It's decent statistics. So,
it's like my previous statistics.
That I wasn't sure if they were legit or not, but they were. You said they were.
The fork? Don't make me put my headband back on.
People sometimes make generalized statements, and I wasn't sure if it was like a true fact.
Okay, so when I used to be
a sex educator,
a sexual educator, I of course checked did a little research about my stats.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a few moons, so I don't know if there's been updated information or studies. I'm not a clinician.
Are you a clinician? Have we gone over whether or not you're a clinician?
What the fuck is a clinician? Irrelevant to this.
It's not important.
Unimportant. So, I mean, I liked that. Okay, so basically tonight we are gonna talk about
Holly's love of the D, my current unappeal of. I'm more than halfway through my 3rd pregnancy, and I have no interest right now. Now is not the time for me. So we'll start with you and your recent adventures and their multi-tiered disappointments. And then...
I mean... I don't even know where to start. That's why I was trying to do the sex ed, so it's just like...
a build-up?
Well, not... everyone loves a good fucking build-up if you have time for it. Oh, God. But, so it wasn't just like an attack. Doesn't matter because...
No.
It's not an attack. It's just like...
It's a recap.
It's a recap, but after many disappointments with many people, and by that I mean I've only had sex with 2 people, I just feel like maybe it's because they're uneducated about not only sex but the female body. So that's why I was like, maybe I should give them a few little hot tips.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, you could cover some of those things still. Like foreplay. We discussed foreplay, and I think we were on a good roll there with the foreplay and the lubrication, and how women need to be properly lubricated before intercourse, before being penetrated.
Yes.
Because there's just so many types of intercourse.
Yeah.
But I think before being penetrated, you need to make sure that your partner is lubricated. And as a woman, if you're not, speak up and say something.
Oh, faux show.
And don't be ashamed to, like, grab the lube or whatever. Like, if you're not where you need to be, one moment, sir, ma'am, whomever.
If you're trying to take the easy route, let me grab the bottled lubricant. No problem. But also, like, I like a lot of fans on in my room, so if I have 3 fans pointing at the bed, foreplay's gonna take a little longer.
I turn the one ceiling fan off. I get so cold.
Oh no, I don't give a rip.
No.
I get so hot.
I'm freezing all the time.
I feel like I have sex with warm-blooded people. Like, oh yeah.
Have you met my husband?
He's part ape.
He's just the cutest little ape.
Excuse me while I defecate from the mouth.
That's our cue to go.
Yeah. Keep
No,
that partner away
I'm
from this
cold.
partner. Yeah, I get that. I get cold sometimes.
But yeah, but I think it's really important. I think it's important for yourself. It's important to take care of your partner. And like you were saying, that if you're not properly lubricated, you can do damage, long-term damage.
It can cause micro tears, and when the micro tears heal, it becomes scar tissue.
It can also cause big tears.
Oh yeah.
Not just micro tears. Like, be kind to your gine.
Oh, that reminds me. Be kind to your gine. We need to
put that on a t-shirt.
Yes. They're gonna be teaching our shit in school.
I don't think they ever will.
That reminds me of my recent sexual injury.
Oh my god. I truly was worried that you needed to go to urgent care. I'm glad you recovered.
And I don't know what it was, because I'm like rough. However, something was hitting something, and the something shouldn't have been hitting. I'm pretty sure it was a big, gigantic dick in my cervix. So, it's a guess.
Could have been.
Dick. And it hurt. It hurt pretty bad. Who knows? It hurt pretty bad, but then, after, I was, doubled over in pain. I was, curled up in a ball when I worked up the courage to try to slither over to the bathroom. I was bleeding. Not a ton, but I was bleeding. And I felt so nauseous, horrible cramps, but then tightness also in my back. And then I ended up vomiting because I was in so much pain. I was bent over the bed. He's like, I'm so sorry. Is there anything I can do for you?
Was he still there when you barfed because you were in pain?
Yeah.
And he didn't immediately say?
No, let me get to that.
Okay, go ahead.
We had a whole bonding night. I'm kidding, I left the floor. I went down to the downstairs bathroom because I was bent over the bed. I did tell him, don't be alarmed if I throw up, because I feel it. I'm in a lot of pain. Don't you? No. Received a message that I shouldn't be receiving. Take that how you want. Wow.
Then he left a message from the Lord.
Yeah, I wish it was.
Saying, could you be kind to your own self?
To your giant. Yeah, but anywho, I'm bent over the side of the bed, and I was huh, be quiet, I gotta go. And he had ordered DoorDash. I'm it was about to be there. I'm like, don't come downstairs. I'll get you your food. I run downstairs. It happens. And I'm just sitting there like, is it going to happen again? Am I going to die? Will I be able to make it?
Also, I'm borderline upset that I didn't know about any of this until the next day.
I didn't want to interrupt your life.
Any other time you do.
It was 2 a.m.
You could have sent me a I might be dying text.
I thought I sent a text saying I'm unwell. Was that in the morning?
That was the next day.
Okay.
When you got up with your children.
Okay. I'm sorry. Next time I'm unwell or I sustain an injury of any kind.
If you're bleeding and barfing, give me a holler.
Okay. Will do. So I
but also,
did that. Went down.
Don't die on me.
Fucking DoorDash. I don't want to die except for the days that I really want to die.
It just always goes back to what if I end up with your kids and I really need you to live longer.
Wow. I thought this was about our love for one another.
No, that
and
too.
Our
but the
inability to live without the other.
I mean, yeah, all of that.
My kids are just a menace. Keep your fucking menacing kids out of my house.
I just don't want to have to grieve your death and raise your children. It's a...
I feel like one of them is already grieving something. Like, that kid. That's actually really sad because
I have to
he is
stop
grieving.
slamming my hand down on my leg. Every time I do, it like spikes on the thing.
So, yeah. I do that. I go get his food. I come back upstairs like huddled over carrying all this food. And he's
what did he order?
He ordered Wendy's. But he ordered like this.
Fuck DoorDash is Wendy's.
It was like late. I guess it wasn't 2 a.m. I think he left at 2 a.m.
Because isn't Wendy's closed at midnight?
Yeah, it wasn't 2 a.m. It was still late. But anywho, he ordered like this triple decker bacon pretzel bun cheeseburger.
Sounds fucking delicious.
Freaking chicken sandwich, blah blah blah, pretzel bun, and 4 junior bacons. And
he ordered 6 sandwiches.
I didn't know he was getting food for me.
Does he not know?
I mean, he knows, but he must not have remembered.
That's rude.
First of all, I was in excruciating pain. Like, I've had kidney stones and like kidney infection, gallstones. Like, it was some level 10 shit. Like, chills, like your mouth is watering, like curled up in a ball.
Paige calls those the mouth sweats.
The mouth sweats.
I've never heard a better term than that. Or breader.
There's never been a breader term. So I bring the food. He's like, "Hey, are you gonna eat anything?" I'm like, I don't fucking eat burgers. And I was like, "Okay, redact. I eat burgers. I don't eat buns." Yeah, doofus.
I had taken the buns off.
I was still so like, if I wasn't in pain and sustaining a horrible injury caused by his fucking large penis, I would have been happy to eat a bacon cheeseburger without a bun. I always get the short end of the stick.
Did you? Sounds like you got the long end of the stick.
Oh my god, can I tell you, I called my mom the next day and I was like, I think I've sustained an injury, blah blah blah. She's like, oh god, what happened? I was like, it's a sexual injury. She's like, oh, who were you with? Because she thought I was with somebody, like, you know. And I was like, no, I was with
this person.
Yeah. And she's like, oh my god, was it because, yeah, A and B. Literally. She was like, is it because he's so big? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, I should have asked. I love her. She's so cute.
I'm right there with your mom. I'm like, I ask questions and I'm like, oh,
I should have asked.
Why do I ask these things?
I'm so glad that you guys still love me and just accept me for the sick bitch I am.
It's a rough life we live, but it's okay.
But like, I don't know why, like, we've only been seeing each other for a short time and I didn't feel super comfortable, like, crying. I wasn't gonna cry, but I wanted to. But like, curled up, I was trying not to be dramatic. But I was in so much fucking pain. Like, excruciating pain. Like, I would compare it to the stones and the beginning of labor. Like, it was not good.
How did it get to that point?
It didn't hurt that bad in the moment. And I was like, so I was laying down and my legs were doing their thing up in the air. Mm-hmm. And he was like on top of me, obviously. And like, if my legs are in the air, it's going to go deeper. Not good. And I'm like, I take my hands and I'm like pushing against his thighs. Mm-hmm. And I think after our discussion about it the next day, he thought that I was just like clenching and just like, oh my God. No, bitch. It fucking hurts.
You should. You have to speak up.
I know, but I like pain, so I was trying to decide. Like, it wasn't a good pain. It was just, it's been a long time since I've been with someone of that size and girth. He's got some stuff going for him, man. But the next day, he checked on me like several times, like at least 3 times.
Which was nice. I mean, if you send somebody's cervix to their throat, you should at least check in and see if they're okay.
Yeah. And then I saw him again last night, and he felt really bad still, which fucking better. Or I'll drink your organs through a straw. Don't know where I've heard that before. Anywho, yeah, so I'm fine. The pain is mostly gone. But like yesterday, if I walked too fast or if I tried to move a certain way, I'm like, ah. But
I like how you were still in pain and uncomfortable yesterday, and you're like, all right, yeah, come on back.
Yeah, come on over. So.
You're sick.
I am sick, but we decided that we would be gentle. And we were mostly gentle. And I survived it last night. With minimal additional pain.
If you keel over dead and they're like, she died of
a sexual injury.
She had internal injury. How would this even happen unless she was attacked by a bear?
With a big dick. Listen. Which kind of, if I did choose, yeah. Yep. I don't hate it. So, whatever. But yeah, if I do die, I mean, that's how I want to go out. Taking that dick. But I'd prefer to be, like, choked a little harder, so hot tub.
Yeah, somebody take note.
But there are some notes that he has taken. Whew. Just a couple more notes, and we'll be getting somewhere. Anywho.
With any luck, your cervix will not be going anywhere.
Yeah. My cervix does move around, and I had all of, like, the cervical issues before I had kids, like the cervical cancerous cells and the
yada
things.
yada yada.
Like, hey lady, you're not gonna be able to have babies. Joke's on you.
You were the most fertile person I know.
Got pregnant on the pill, then took it a step further, got pregnant on the IUD.
Yeah. Got
my tubes cut out, thank heavens. However, I was told that they can grow back, and if it happens to anyone, it would be me. I could be carrying a bear's child right now. I love your faces. I would go straight to the place where...
on the way down the stairs later, know that I did it on purpose.
I will not be carrying any more children, don't you worry.
It's a trap.
Any luck, I'll end up with another red-haired. I'm so kidding.
A third redhead baby comes rolling through here, and I'm gonna have to go on hiatus.
It's gonna be. Oh, yeah. It's not gonna be because
if this baby comes out a redhead, I will rage. You know, I carry the gene. Yeah.
It's not hard to me.
Yeah. Say put that little thing back till it's done.
But I do want to bring up just a little hot tip. If you aren't sure if your partner has gotten to the finish line yet, stay the fuck away from the
Start
finish
running
line.
backward.
Go backwards. And I don't I don't even really know any tips to give because you can only think of like
pull out. Take a minute. Pause.
But I
get
like
out.
The pause.
Do your thing. Get out of there. Get out of the race.
I'll
help
do the
your
thing.
partner progress in the race, and then y'all finish strong together. That's my hot tip.
I like that hot tip. It's been such a while since I've had
a hot tip.
A hot tip is right. There was that one. I am feeling a little tingly just thinking about it. I'm talking slammed up against a wall, like picked up and put on a dresser. Whew! Went to Cunnilingus and then picked up again, thrown on a bed. I gotta stop. You know the rest.
Yeah, you're gonna ruin my carpet.
Snail trail.
We should get some chairs.
We should find someone else similar to that one person.
I think you just gotta work with your Big Bear sandwich and...
I don't know about the bear sandwich.
Does he just not have it in him?
Oh, I'm sure he has it in him, but, like...
I'm just thinking, let's simplify. You're already halfway there.
Halfway? We've hung out, like, at 5 times. I mean,
halfway to, like, the sexual goal.
Oh, well, with any luck, it's like a one and done sexual goal, but not everyone is committed to my orgasms as I am, apparently.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. So if you've already got some work into this setup...
I feel that in the past I've never had to put any work into this. I mean, I put a lot of work into the setup.
I was going to say.
A lot of work. But...
I get the backstory on all these. I'll refresh your memory if I need to.
Yeah. But, like, if it doesn't happen the first time, because the first time can be awkward and weird, and it can either be mediocre, you're still learning each other, obviously, if you've never been together. Or it could just be like, whoa, our puzzle pieces are good.
Well, so my thing, though, is like, yeah, it might be all there sexual chemistry-wise, like that one time. But then if there's
It's been more than that one time, but as of late.
Well, I mean, with that person.
God. I used to have the best.
But, like, so if...
What the fuck is happening?
If it's all there sexually, but then there's no connection otherwise, there's no, like, relationship or whatever otherwise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So why? Like, I mean, I get that, like, the sex is good, but, like, so that was my point with the bear sandwich, is, like, y'all get along decently.
Yeah,
I mean, you could hang out, you can tolerate each other.
Tolerate?
I mean, he shit with the door open.
But he shut the door.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
And yelled, "Don't listen to me, shit!"
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
So if your husband
is the one who shit with the door open day one.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fine.
But my point was, you're already, like, that's where you're halfway there. Like,
yeah,
you've got a decent connection, like, just
to
hang out.
Fun.
And
I
then
can
the sex
totally
is, like,
be myself.
Good.
Yeah.
It's not.
Oh yeah,
trail good,
it's been
like,
really.
So if you're looking
good.
for that, like, next step, I would just tell him, hey man, maybe watch some inspirational footage. You know?
Yes, I do.
You know.
Yes, I do. And you. Oh yeah, I got that. I wonder sometimes, though, this is my thing. Like, talk is cheap, and we can have discussions about it, but if the discussions that we're having...
I mean, I'm also not saying waste the next 5 years dicking around, no pun intended.
Yeah.
With half-assery. I'm just saying, maybe...
Right.
Say, hey, we've talked about it. Do it. Yeah. Let's do it. Today. Tomorrow. Next time my kids are out of town. All weekend.
Yeah.
My kids never go out of town. My kids are always here.
One of the pluses of divorce, we get to share the children separately.
Praise be.
Let the Lord open.
The Lord opened, and now look at me. Yeah. Actually, I don't think you guys ever see my belly.
Last time I've seen a brush.
I don't mind it that way. I'll just surprise them one day.
Yeah.
Being large.
Yeah. It'll be good. So, it's a team effort. Get to the finish line together.
Otherwise, it's boring. Like, you don't want to win a race.
You definitely don't want to win this race. I can fucking assure you of that one.
Not when your partner's in the dust.
No, because...
And especially not if the race is over.
Thank you.
I feel like if you let
if you finish the race fast...
Finish a couple times.
Do a couple more races.
Yeah.
Like,
don't let it end there.
Oh my God.
Hand, mouth, toy, whatever.
Yeah. Whoop,
don't leave her hanging. Yeah.
Yeah. We've talked, have we talked about VHB on the...
Mm-mm.
Okay, VHB is something that I like to call the vagina heartbeat.
It's the best description of what that is I had ever heard in my entire life.
Thank you. Just like, if
Arousal.
you're a woman, you know. And then...
I don't like that word, but that's what it is.
It's almost like that can turn into the female version of Lady Blue Balls.
Yeah.
Because
you get me amped up and then nothing?
I'm gonna get a little salty. And not in a good way. Like, if I want to take care of myself, trust me, I'll do it in 30 seconds without you. Like, if you're part of this, fucking participate, please.
Yeah.
So that's my...
It takes next to no time if you're in it on your own.
So?
When women masturbate, it's not like what's on the internet.
Yeah.
It can be, but I feel like it's very rarely are we sitting around doing
Scissor Sisters.
And like,
I guess that's not masturbation, that's Scissor Sisters.
And that's also who? No,
Scissor Sisters out.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
We would need to go through and write down all the things that we say is a topic for another day. But yeah, we don't sit around all day wasting time. If we're trying to get off 0 to 100, 30 seconds or less.
Yeah. Sometimes it might take up to 90 seconds. But, I mean, honestly.
Speak for
yourself. And then we might take ourselves through a few races because it's called self-love.
If I got time for that. Remember, my kids never leave. We just talked about this a minute ago.
Care about something, you'll make time for it. And I care about that.